All right, up next, a story exclusive. A pro-life activist says he will fight his multi-million-dollar punishment for exposing Planned Parenthood with those undercover videos. He is here to tell us his story next. Tonight, in a story exclusive, a pro-life activist planning to fight back after a federal court slapped him and his associates with a multi-million-dollar fine. The court ruling in favor of Planned Parenthood in a civil suit against David Daleiden and his colleagues, who released undercover videos exposing Planned Parenthood employees discussing the sale of fetal body parts.
A lot of people want intact parts these days because they're looking for specific nodes, AB nodes, SA. I was like, wow, I didn't even know. Good for them. Yesterday was the first time she said people wanted lungs. And then, but like I said, always as many intact livers as possible. People just want
livers.
People want lower extremities too, which that's simple. I mean, that's easy.
What would make your lab happy?
Another 50 livers a week.
Joining us now exclusively is David Daleiden, project lead at the Center for Medical Progress. David, good evening to you, and thank you for being here. Did you expect this outcome?
You know, I think it's an outcome that that we shouldn't be too surprised to have maybe seen coming, because Planned Parenthood very intentionally filed this lawsuit in federal court in San Francisco in front of Judge William Orrick, who is well known for having, prior to being on the federal bench, founded and funded a Planned Parenthood clinic for Planned Parenthood of Northern California, which is one of the 10 Planned Parenthood entities that was suing us in this very courtroom in front of Judge Orrick.
Got it. So how do you plan to fight back? I'm just looking at what the jury found. You trespassed on private property and you committed other crimes when you took those recordings that we all remember and saw so much of when this was all going on. Do you plan to fight back?
Definitely. So the real criminals involved in this lawsuit are Planned Parenthood and their numerous large mega clinic offices around the country that have been involved in the harvesting and sale of aborted baby body parts on a quid pro quo basis for decades at this point, with the full knowledge and full approval of Planned Parenthood National at the highest levels. This is information that Planned Parenthood admitted when they were sworn in under oath as witnesses in the course of this 6-week trial. They do not deny it. They say they don't have a problem with their abortion doctors changing the way they do the late-term abortions in order to get more harvestable body parts. And the final verdict that was largely directed by the rulings of Judge Orrick in this case to the jury is a verdict that could ban all undercover reporting in our country. It's really an attack on the First Amendment civil rights of all Americans to conduct and to receive information from undercover reporting. So all of the options are on the table in terms of our ways to address this verdict legally, and we plan to appeal it to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals as soon as it's final, as soon as possible.
What case will you make? I just want to get this in here. The Planned Parenthood lawyers say that you were not conducting journalism or fighting crime. They say that your goal, you set out to destroy Planned Parenthood. 13 states launched investigations into Planned Parenthood after your group released those videos. Your videos were not considered by the judge, important to get in there. But they found no wrongdoing in those 13 states that launched investigations. Is that correct?
You know, I don't know that those state investigations were full investigations of Planned Parenthood across the country. The real investigations that were prompted by our undercover reporting were two long-term, in-depth congressional investigations, one by the Senate Judiciary Committee, the other by the House Select Investigative Panel. Both of those issued dozens of criminal and regulatory referrals against Planned Parenthood and their business partners in harvesting and selling body parts. Those referrals remain at the FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice, and we're waiting to find out the results of those.
I've got to leave it there. Based on the outcome, though, David, and you look back at this time that you've gone through in your life and the outcome that we see today, do you have any regrets about what you did there when you took those videos?
No, not at all. I would do it again in a heartbeat. We set out to document and expose Planned Parenthood's participation at the highest levels in the harvesting and trafficking of aborted baby body parts, and we did that. Our findings were confirmed by the congressional investigations, multiple criminal referrals, 2 of Planned Parenthood's business partners shut down in Orange County by the district attorney, and Planned Parenthood themselves do not deny in the trial under oath that the videos are true and that their own top-level leadership spoke those shocking words that the whole public and the whole world is aware of now.
And you tell us tonight you plan to fight back after this decision was made. David, thank you for
Absolutely.
coming on The Story tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, up next.